Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're just a couple of kooky crazy kids in love. The love reactions from Genshin Impact.
It's Genshin time.
Yeah, and it's Triple Trailer Tuesday, people. Woohoo. So you know what that means. We got 3 collected Miscellany reactions for you from Genshin Impact. This week we're checking out Baizhu, Kaveh, that one, and Kirara. I've said all their names wrong. Again, I'm very sorry about the pronunciation, but it's Genshin Impact, so you know what we got?
We got a drink.
Yeah.
It's a drink with a pop rock rim because it's awesome.
Klee's Sparkling Bomb.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. I got so hooked on the pop rocks, I didn't say the name.
So if you want all of our Genshin Impact reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
It's said that chronic illness makes a medical expert out of the patient. This would seem to ring true for Baizhu, a skilled doctor of weak constitution. But delve a little deeper and one is left questioning the true relationship between Dr. Baizhu's ailments and expertise.
Time for a house call.
Baizhu. Okay.
To heal the sick is a doctor's lifelong calling. Baizhu constantly monitors the well-being of those around him, treating ailments when the earliest symptoms
Ooh, he got a little
arise.
snake around him. I didn't realize that.
His vision enables him to protect his teammates.
Oh, you didn't?
And
No.
provide a range of
I noticed
treatments
his pet
to
right
suit
away.
any scenario.
Okay. Eel, I don't know what the hell it is.
I think it's a snake.
He's
Baiju's
snake.
familiarity with the medicinal effects of common herbs is useful knowledge during medical emergencies in the wild. When Baizhu is in the party, interacting with certain harvestable items will heal the active character, meaning more time spent adventuring and less spent recovering. Baiju's normal attack can perform up to 4 frontal strikes that deal dendro damage.
She just hit them with his fingers?
His charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to deal AoE
You're not there,
dendro
but
damage in
they're
front of
magic
him
fingers.
after a short casting time.
There's
Upon
this
casting
casting
his
something.
elemental skill, Baizhu sends a gossamer sprite to cruise and attack nearby enemies, dealing dendro damage.
Cruising sprite.
After it performs a certain number of attacks, or if there are no enemies nearby, the sprite will return. Upon its return, the sprite heals all nearby party members based on Baiju's max HP.
That's nice.
After unlocking the talent 5 Fortunes Forever, Baiju's abilities are enhanced in different ways depending on the active character's current HP. If their HP is less than a certain percentage, Baiju's healing bonus is increased. If their HP is equal to or more than
Damage.
a certain percentage, Baiju's dendro damage bonus is increased.
Taking a turn for the better.
When Baizhu casts his elemental burst, he enters the pulsing clarity state, creating a seamless shield that absorbs dendro damage with increased effectiveness. While the pulsing clarity state is active, a new seamless shield is generated at regular intervals. While a character is under the protection of Seamless Shield, whenever the shield regenerates, expires, or is destroyed, the active character is healed based on Baiju's max HP. At the same time, Spirit Veins are unleashed, which attack enemies, dealing dendro damage. Medicine is a vast and complex discipline whose methods range from the strictly therapeutic to the thoroughly transformative. After unlocking the talent All Things Are of the Earth, when a character is healed by Baiju's Seamless Shield, they will gain the Year of Verdant Favor effect, which increases damage dealt by burning, bloom, hyperbloom, burgeon, spread, and aggravate reactions triggered by that character. The size of the damage boost depends on the elemental reaction, and scales off of Baiju's max HP up to a certain limit. This effect lasts for a limited duration. Baizhu avoids life and death battles like the plague and does his utmost to stop comrades from becoming casualties. In battle, Baizhu casts his elemental skill, sending out a gossamer sprite to deal dendro damage to enemies and heal all nearby party members upon its
I
return.
really like that sprite.
Yeah. He does.
When energy is full, Baizhu enters the pulsing clarity state by providing protection and healing for his teammates with his Seamless Shield, and also unleashing Spirit Veins to deal dendro damage to enemies. Baizhu gives his team healthy odds of finishing the battle in one piece. Humans Humans typically live short lives. People chase after immortality for countless reasons, most of them selfish in nature. But Baizhu defies the norm. I know of no one else who yearns for eternal life as a means to endure limitless suffering. Perhaps this stubborn defiance is necessary to practice medicine. What doctor can expect to bring patients back from the brink who does not cling to the hope of life despite impossible odds? However sheer his determination, the future is always uncertain. But surely anyone bold enough to shoulder responsibility for the lives and deaths of others deserves reverence and respect.
So pretty. I want to visit where he lives.
When Dory was planning to build her residence, she at first envisaged a cozy luxury home in a quiet spot far from the city, with ample space to house her countless possessions. But with the aid of renowned architect Kaveh, the palace of Alcazar-Zareh has ended up as an iconic landmark known far and wide. Dory occasionally grumbles about this unexpected twist of fate.
Hippie check.
But in Kaveh's life, unintended consequences like these are all too typical.
That place is pretty too.
Is that the client? Wait. Oh, it's you!
Kaveh is rarely without his assistant, Marak, a multifunctional tool that runs on ancient technology. As well as assisting him with routine mapping work, Marak also helps Kaveh deal with all manner of unforeseen incidents. When
Deal with my
trying to
luggage.
strike a balance between aesthetics and practicality, budgeting is an essential skill. When Kaveh crafts landscape, building, and courtyard-type furnishings, some materials are refunded, ensuring efficient utilization. Kaveh's normal attack uses Marak to combo up to 4 strikes, dealing physical
nice big ass
damage
sword he
to
summons.
enemies. His charged attack consumes stamina over time to perform continuous rapid slashes, finishing with an especially powerful slash. When he casts his elemental skill, Kaveh attacks using Marak's mapping ability, performing a radial scan that deals AoE dendro damage and causes all dendro cores in range to
bunnies.
burst. After unlocking the talent An Architect's Undertaking, when Kaveh is hit by Dendro Core's damage, including Burgeon and Hyperbloom damage, he will restore HP based on his elemental mastery. This effect can be triggered once per set time period.
Breaking new ground!
Kaveh's elemental burst unleashes the full power of Marak, which maps out a cubic area, dealing AoE dendro damage to all enemies within it, and causing all dendro cores in range to burst. For a set duration, it also enhances Kaveh's combat capabilities by increasing his resistance to interruption, expanding his normal, charged, and plunging attack range, and converting his attacks into dendro damage that cannot be overridden. Additionally,
Just weird that he's kicking
all
people's ass with a
dendro cores
suitcase.
created by your
Magical
own
suitcase,
party
but still.
members' bloom reactions will deal additional damage when they burst. These effects will be cleared once Kaveh leaves the field. The mind of an artist is always busily conjuring up strange and wondrous ideas, never stopping even in the heat of battle. After unlocking the talent A Craftsman's Curious Conceptions, during the period
cool name,
of Kaveh's
Craftsman's Curious
elemental
Conceptions.
burst, after Kaveh
Like the
strikes
alliteration.
an opponent with a normal, charged, or plunging attack, his elemental mastery will be increased. This effect can be triggered once per set time period, and is stackable up to a limit. When the elemental burst duration expires, these effects are cleared. The path of the idealist is rarely a smooth one. Even the kindest of souls must find the strength to confront the obstacles ahead. In battle, Kaveh makes deft use of his elemental skill. He scans for all dendro cores in a certain range, instantly causing them to burst and deal dendro damage to enemies. When energy is full, Kaveh uses Marak at full power, dealing dendro damage to enemies and enhancing his personal combat capabilities for a period of time. Kaveh continues to deal dendro damage with his normal attack and elemental skill, while boosting damage dealt by bursting dendro cores, finally tackling the problems in his life once and for all. Many struggle to understand how Kaveh, despite his academic brilliance, has wound up leading a life fraught with disappointments. The objective truth is that Kaveh is his own worst enemy and brings most of his woes upon himself. And yet, I find myself reluctant to be too critical of him. After all, surely anyone with a heart would be moved after witnessing Kaveh stand up for what he believes in.
Yeah, but you don't have a heart. You're a pessimist.
Sometimes, baby, you're a pessimist. I still think you have a heart.
Nope. You're a fool.
Fair enough.
One courier from Inazuma's Komaniya Express stands head and shoulders above the rest. Instantly recognizable from her twin tails and paw pads, she is well known for her professionalism and excellent customer service. But nothing speaks to her popularity like her loyal customers, who, impressed by her integrity and can-do attitude, ask for her by name whenever they need an express delivery.
Anything you need delivered?
Gold-level courier Kirara has more than earned her reputation. Be it her delivery speed or package security,
cat in a
she
box.
provides a first-rate service by every measure. With her dendro vision on hand, Kirara clears all roadblocks to progress and delivers every order safely and swiftly. Even when in human form, Kirara's feline hunting instinct never sleeps. When Kirara is in the party, animals who produce fowl, raw meat, or chilled meat will not be startled as easily when your party members approach them. Kirara's normal attack
Box cutter,
combos
nice.
of 4 sword strikes, dealing physical damage to enemies.
Like a
Using her
little
charged attack,
claw marks.
Kirara consumes a set amount of stamina to perform 3 frontal slashes with her claws, dealing physical damage. Tapping Kirara's elemental skill sends her pouncing forth like a cat from the underbrush to deliver a tail-flicking flying kick, dealing AoE dendro damage to enemies. At the same time, Kirara gains a shield of safe transport that absorbs dendro
Nice kick.
damage with
She's fine.
increased effectiveness.
Yeah, she is.
And she also becomes effective with dendro for a short time. The shield of safe transport's damage absorption scales off of Kirara's max HP, not exceeding a certain percentage of her max HP. Any remaining damage absorption on a shield of safe transport will be transferred to a new shield when created, and the duration will also be reset. Hold her elemental skill, and Kirara psychs herself
cat
up
in a
for
box.
same-day delivery.
I'm a box.
She deploys a shield of safe transport identical to the shield produced by tapping the skill, and also enters the urgent Neko parcel state, curling up into a
But then you never
special
wanna leave that
express
state.
delivery box to move and fight at a faster pace. While in this state, Kirara will deal
Yeah.
dendro damage.
I think
to
I would live in
enemies
that
she runs
state.
into. This effect can be triggered
can't
once
get me.
per set
I'm a
time
box.
period for each enemy. When the duration ends
I'm
or
a
the
cat
skill
in
is
a
used
box.
again, Kirara executes a flip claw strike, which deals AoE dendro damage and is more powerful than the attack performed by tapping the skill. The urgent Neko parcel state also lends Kirara an advantage when adventuring in the wild. While in this state, her movement speed, climbing speed, and jumping ability are all increased, though her stamina consumption from climbing also increases. Sprinting or actively canceling climbing will end the state early. The urgent Neko parcel state lasts for a limited duration and enters a cooldown when it ends. The longer that the state was active, the longer the cooldown time will be. After unlocking the talent Bewitching Betwitching Tails, when Kirara enters the urgent Neko parcel state using her elemental skill, each collision with an enemy will grant her a stack of reinforced packaging. This effect can be triggered once per set time period for each enemy, and can be stacked up to a maximum of 3 times. When the urgent Neko parcel state ends, each stack of reinforced packaging
That's like
will
the
create
flamethrowing
one shield
raccoon.
of safe transport for Kirara. The damage
He's on my
absorption of
team.
shields created in this way is based on that of her elemental skill's shield. If Kirara is already protected by a shield of safe transport created by her elemental skill, the shield duration will reset, and any remaining damage absorption will carry over.
Service with a smile!
Kirara uses her elemental burst to punish would-be package thieves, attacking with a special delivery package that deals AoE dendro damage. After the special delivery package explodes, it will split into numerous catgrass cardamoms, which explode and deal AoE dendro damage on contact with an enemy, or after a period of time. Just as a cat's eyes stay sharp in the dark, Kirara adjusts her attacks to suit the needs of the battle. After unlocking the talent Pupillary Variance, Kirara's elemental skill and elemental burst damage are increased based on her max HP. In her Nekomata form, Kirara possesses fearsome yokai powers. However, she prefers to use her abilities to protect her customers' parcels from theft or damage. In combat, Kirara's primary means of support is the shield of safe transport she creates with her elemental skill. In a pinch, she can also switch to her urgent Neko parcel state and dart around the battlefield as the situation demands, while keeping her allies safe. When her
Kicking
energy
ass in
is
the
full,
cat in a box.
Kirara drops off a special delivery package, which deals AoE dendro damage to enemies before splitting.
Did it make a noise that time too?
I think it did.
Turning package thieves into damaged goods.
Oh, I see what you did there. Nice.
Being a courier can be very satisfying work. To Kirara, every package safely delivered to a satisfied customer is a huge accomplishment, and a job well done always leaves her in a wonderful mood. Of course, not all packages are fortunate enough to make it into the hands of the customers waiting for them, but I admire Kirara's persistence and patience as she treks far and wide with her unwieldy parcels in hand, determined to see each and every journey through to the end. Perhaps this is the way things should be.
Oh my god.
After all,
Like a napping little teddy bear?
Is there any price too great to pay in order to achieve your goals?
All right, so for me, it'd be Kirara first by a mile out of this group, and then I forgot how to say his name, Kaveh, and then Baizhu would be last.
Definitely Kirara first, hands down, no question.
I mean, just like if you're a cat in a box, you're gonna be up there.
Kaveh, Baizhu.
Yeah, that's kind of how I thought. Like, I gave it to K-Man because he's got a suitcase that was pretty cool, and you know I liked that, and I liked his little the suitcase had the sword that came out. So he had some cool attack moves. And the guy with the snake, Baizhu, just like I don't know, he's a doctor, cool, and he used to be really sick as a kid, and again, something that's like, you know, a good support character. Also had the ability where, like, depending on your health, he would either heal you or like give you more damage, which is similar to another character we had last time, where it would either like throw bombs, not the bomb butt bombing bunnies, but it would either like throw stuff at people if they needed to attack, or would heal you if you had low health. But I like that guy better than Baizhu, even though I can't remember his name right now. And then I don't even know power levels who would. I think they're all equal. They're all just like middle of the road power levels.
I put Kirara first again.
Yeah, just because of her kitty claws.
Yeah, because she at least, I don't know. To me, she demonstrated some offense, and I feel like the other two are very defensive characters.
Yeah, true.
Which, as somebody who applauds defense and has always played defensive position in sports, that's not knocking defense. But if you're going for a fighting game and an attack game, obviously offense is where it tends to lie.
Yeah.
So for that reason, Kirara just sticks out because she had offense. I think Baiju's an interesting backstory. I think the part
he's a nice guy, Baizhu. He's a really nice guy.
No, all right, so here's my thing with Baizhu. Everything that was said by the narrator could be interpreted in one of two extremes, but wasn't very clear which of those extremes Baizhu fell under.
Okay.
Like when you say somebody with a chronic disease makes a great, like, medical person, that could be both. Yes, they understand the pain of the patient. They have an insight a lot of doctors don't have because you can't get that through academic study. And they could genuinely be wonderful. Also, we live in an age where people think they're experts on freaking everything, and they aren't. So like to hear, oh, because he's had an illness, he's a genius at medicine, could also be because he's had an illness, he believes he's a genius at medicine, but he's never actually studied medicine.
You think the narrator is being sarcastic there? No, I think it gave him like, not necessarily that he doesn't actually study medicine, but that like it gave him a thirst for the knowledge for medicine because he was always trying to figure out, like doctors were always trying to figure out what was wrong with him. So he's like, okay, I'm going to be a better doctor than the doctors were for me as a kid. So that's why he went on this journey to be a snake doctor.
Yes, and thirst for knowledge is great when paired with actual knowledge.
Sure.
When it leads to actual study, when it leads to a degree. When thirst for knowledge takes you, and yes, we are YouTubers, but I'm going to say it anyway, when it takes you down a YouTube rabbit hole of nonsense, you're not a doctor. Like, there is a line and there is a difference. I'd like to assume that he falls on the good side and he had thirst for knowledge and he went out and he studied and he's actually a great doctor with incredible insight because of his history. But that wasn't actually cemented in stone from what I heard. With Kaveh, it was, for me, all the sword.
Yeah.
Like, that dude could walk through the worst crowd in history and be fine because the sword.
Yep.
And it's doing all the work for him.
Suitcase full of swords.
He doesn't have to do anything. There's just a sword orbiting him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to fuck shit up. And that's all he has to do. So those two, that's why for me, those two were kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
Kirara has offense. She's got two tails. That's cool. She's a cat in a box. That's cool too. I feel kinship with her because I have been a box in some of our games.
Alien Isolation.
So there's a kinship there. So for me, Kirara obviously takes the lead.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know what you thought about these characters down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Genshin Impact reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you.
Yep.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for this Genshin Impact Collective Miscellany reaction, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.